It's a summer trip they've been planning for nearly a year.
We're headed back to Houston.
But this is no vacation. These are scientists from Oregon State University, and they're heading to Houston to give residents there some answers.
The overarching goal is to try to define what chemical exposures are resultant of disasters.
You see, when Hurricane Harvey unleashed devastating floods across the Houston area last August, it potentially washed toxic chemicals into neighborhoods.
In the Hurricane Harvey situation, 13 Superfund sites were flooded.
After the hurricane, the scientists flew down to Houston and passed out hundreds of these special chemical-absorbing wristbands. Participants wore the wristbands for 1 week. 32 of those participants lived in the Highlands area near a flooded Superfund site.
So the underlying hypothesis is that there will be an increase in chemical exposures.
Researchers back at Oregon State University were able to extract the chemicals from the wristbands. The Highlands study was the first completed. What the scientists found in those samples was an unusually high number of chemicals.
The number of detections that we're seeing in Houston are the highest amongst that cohort.
As for what those chemicals are,
and so we're seeing that for the most part, people are exposed to endocrine disruptors, which is a very large class of chemicals. They're found in personal care products, they're found in pesticides, flame retardants.
Chemicals that have been linked to serious health risks like cancer. The second most common chemicals found were phthalates, often found in plastics, and in studies have also been linked to cancer. The third most common chemical found,
perhaps not surprisingly, is personal care products. So when you think about lotion, toothpaste, fragrances, perfumes, that's where we find a lot of these.
The scientists stress they do not yet know if the high number of chemicals is the direct result of the hurricane, but they will be doing more tests to find out, because understanding the risk is key in helping victims of disaster.
And once you know what you're being exposed to, that can influence the actions you're going to take to reduce your exposure, both in the home and outside of your house.
In Portland, Keely Chalmers, KGW News.